Featured this week is C.J. Mosley. He was all over the place last week with double-digit tackles and a sack. It's the Jets and the Packers, just ahead on EA Sports.
We are at the oldest continually operating stadium in the NFL as you get a look inside Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Today we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here between the New York Jets and the Green Bay Packers. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Packer team as we interplay here. They're off to a terrific start, unbeaten at 5-0 through the first month and change.
And you can hang a lot of this early success on their defense, too. They're the tone setters for these guys, and the entire team feeds off of what they do.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Jets, they're hitting their stride of late. Winners of 3 of their last 4. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. From the 6. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Leading the Packers offense out here, the same man who has been doing so since 2008. That's the great Aaron Rodgers.
And he's been playing at an elite level here in this early half of the season. Tops in the league in touchdown passes at this point. This is definitely a wide-open offense, and we'll see if he can keep his string of good games going right here.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. On 2nd down, another run for Dillon. He'll get only a couple down to the 44. So, Charles, you look at this offense, and what a start to the season. 5 wins without a loss. When do you think that you start believing that maybe you're in the midst of something special?
Well, you and I both know every head coach never wants that thought to creep into a locker room. But the truth of the matter is, not quite at this time, because if we look at the Steelers in 2020, they're a great example. Remember, they started 11-0, then lost 5 of 6 and went out in the first round. But I think if you get toward mid-November, time frame and you're still doing this, that's when things start to get real for a ball club.
Rodgers' throw is taken in by Jones. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. This a 2nd and 7 from the 37. The Packers in a perfect 5-0 here to begin the campaign. And they've certainly found their groove of late. Winners of 5 in a row.
And this team is absolutely playing their best football right now. This is the best that we've seen them play in a long time. Sky's the limit as far as they're concerned. Their confidence really soaring.
That's taken in by Watson. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. is Rodgers. Throw right side, hauled in by Dobbs. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A good pickup there at 22.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical, they've been crisp, and as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
Now Rodgers. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Rodgers going to throw. He's got Watson. It's caught. Touchdown, Packers. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Packers are on the board first here this afternoon. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
Extra point up and good by Crosby. And it's now a 7-0 game. A 10-play drive that time. And it was all countered by a touchdown catch from Christian Watson. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. We get our first look at this New York Jets offense, really retooled the last couple of seasons. And at the helm under center, 2nd overall pick from 2021 out of BYU, Zach Wilson.
It was an educational rookie season for Zach Wilson, who was drafted to be the eventual face of the Jets as the team worked through a lengthy rebuild. 2,300 yards and 9 touchdowns as a rookie. He did miss some time mid-season with an injury, but I really like the work that the Jets have done to put people around him and give him his best opportunity to be not only the face of this franchise, but get him back into perennial playoff contention.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Holding offense.
They get the USC man, Elijah Vera Tucker.
Still first down.
Straight ahead is Hall. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. We're taking a look at Hall's numbers from a week ago. 20 carries, 64 yards.
Well, to no one's surprise, he gets an early rep right there, and they've been playing their best ball this season as they built this winning streak. And that includes the ground game, where he's kept the offense productive and put them in position to win ball games. The question now is, can this defense that he's facing do what others haven't and finally put a stop to this streak?
That's good for a gain of 6. And 3rd and 8 now. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown in the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time, either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
On 4th down, punt coming from Braden Mann. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. The Packers offense here coming back out for their second drive. This could end up being a pretty big drive. I mean, look, yes, it's early in this game, but they scored the touchdown. They got the stop. And now if they could get in the end zone here again, CD, they could grab an early stranglehold on this one.
Yeah, they certainly can, and that's what you're looking for. Where's the advantage? Can you gain it? Can you press it? Now for them, finishing it off, because right now it's out there for them. They've just got to go seize it. And
he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
His first catch there, good for 10 yards and a first down.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive, it comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel laser focus and confidence about him. Back for the second quarter in Green Bay. It's the Packers in possession of the football. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Dillon now on 1st and 10. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at him and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. Rodgers' throw taken in by Watkins here. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 23 yards, the final tally.
It's hard to believe as he gets that first down, but Sammy Watkins is in his 9th NFL season, and he still hasn't even turned 30 yet. Plenty of tread left on the tires to be a contributor, like he has been with 4 teams over his first 8 years in the league.
He'll find DeGuara complete. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Rodgers. Tunyon's got it on the out route. Touchdown! Robert Tonyan, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Packers go up by 2 touchdowns.
Well, we know someone just added to his touchdown passing total, but all he did was take care of business the rest of the way.
Crosby with the extra point, and it's now 14-0. So the drive there took 6 plays. And it was Robert Tonyan capping it all off on the touchdown ground. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Takes it at the 7. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And we had a pair of division rivalries in primetime last weekend, Week 5, and we've got another pair of good ones coming up here in Week 6. Starting tonight, Cowboys and Eagles from Philly on Sunday night. And then tomorrow, Monday Night Football has the Broncos and Chargers from SoFi. That's going to be a lot of fun, no doubt. Kickoff 5:15 local time for that one out in Southern California. They'll get just a yard on the scramble at 2nd down. On 2nd down, a run with Hall. A beautiful fake. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
On 1st down, right back to Hall. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Those are the plays this defense needs with the deficit they're facing.
It certainly is, and they've got to continue to swarm the football and hope that someone, while they're holding up the ball carrier, can get in there and rake it and lock it free. They need to get some takeaways as well.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. Again, he finds more. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They were starting to move the ball. And what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
A reminder that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll check in with Jonathan Coachman from Orlando. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half of play. Now Wilson on first down. He finds his man complete. It's Wilson. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. Over the middle, complete. That's Hall. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. This is first and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. This will be caught at about the 6. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds right at the 3. That's good for a gain of 6, second and goal. Here's Wilson to throw. Touchdown, Jets. Tyler Conklin, his first touchdown on the year. And the Jets get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Zerline good with a PAT. And that'll make our score 14-7. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it's finished off by a New York Jets touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the inline. The Packers with a football here late in this first half. And with a little under a minute to go, still time to try to put a drive together to add to their lead should they so choose. First down, Rodgers. And this is caught. Mercedes Lewis with the ground. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Slam around, he's got Dobbs. And some room to work. And he will go out of bounds down at the 15-yard line. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run.
As a general manager, you're counting on your first and second round draft picks to have a big-time impact on your team. But where you make your bones, rounds 3 through 7. If you can find a few diamonds in the rough there, develop them, then you've got something going, and we're seeing one right here.
Yeah, plays like that lead me to believe that they found a diamond in the rough. Play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. That's complete right side to Lazard. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. So the completion good for 7 there, and that'll bring up second down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Box it, box it, box it, box it.
Looking to throw again on second down. Rodgers. And it's a Packers touchdown. Aaron Rodgers, 3 first-half touchdown passes. And the Packers would extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Well, just a sensational start for this offense, Charles. 3 drives, 3 passing touchdowns.
Is that like mentioning a perfect game in baseball? Or are we cool to do it here in football, pardon?
No, I think you can do it here in football. I think perfect game in baseball, that's its own category.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. Could not imagine a worse start for that secondary. Or let's face it, a better one for this offense. No chance to stop passing now the way that it's going. I think they'll continue to press the ball downfield and hopefully reap the same results.
Crosby connects on the extra point, and it's now 21-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Takes it at the 7. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Jets going to go on offense one last time in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
A little under 30 seconds to go. We'll see how they play it here on 1st and 10. Throwing is Wilson. Going up top. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
A very limited time left to get into field goal range before the half, and they tried to get it all on one throw right there.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming. One more time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks. A few teams starting to rise to the top as it's time to take you around the NFL here in Week 6. It might be a little early for the Snowbirds, but we'll start with a battle of North versus South. Minnesota heading down to South Florida to take on Miami. And that one tied 14 apiece in the second quarter. From there, let's head off and check out a second game. And you can see they trail in that matchup against the Tampa Bay Bucks. Tom Brady at it again. 3 touchdown passes. On now to a look at the next-gen stats for the Jets in that first half. And they will need to get this passing game in gear, because they didn't.
Well, we'll move right through the break then, skipping halftime and back to the field for the start of the second half. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Jets going to get the football first, and they trail as well as we get back underway in this second half. This one taken just inside the 10. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. And the Jets head out on offense here to start this third quarter. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively. Virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now, they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. The opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. It's a 6-yard run. Leaves him with about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with third down coming up. They'll run with Hall. And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. 45 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. Play action. It's Wilson. On the move to his left. Nifty move. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
Oh, yes, this is what the good ones do. He used his legs to buy a little bit more time rolling to his left. And at one point, he flipped the switch from passer to runner, and he got a pretty good gain out of it.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And he is going to lose yardage here. Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd and 11 now. Wilson. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down. The passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate.
That's into a crowd and intercepted. Rasul Douglas picks it. And the Packers are going to get the football here at their own 23.
As they started that drive, I think they looked at the scoreboard and said, this is a manageable deficit, guys, but let's go ahead and start cutting it down right here. Instead, an interception happened, so a 2-possession game might become 3. So as we get going here in the second half, this could rapidly reach the point where there isn't enough time left for a comeback if their defense doesn't bail them out.
So here are the Packers now to take over. Remember, they're riding that 5-game winning streak, and right now in the driver's seat in this ball game as well. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
Most of the damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he's got some space here. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. 36 yards on the play. Well, I tell you what, when you get a running back who can move like that in the open field, that's something to take advantage of, and they certainly did there.
And first and foremost, this is all about vision. He can see the play developing right in front of him, and once he's past the line of scrimmage and got a full head of steam behind him, he's just going to keep right on going. And
according to Next Gen Stats, his top speed on that one, better than 20 miles an hour. Lambeau Field, one of the best home field advantages in the NFL, no doubt. And they're a happy bunch here as the Packers lead 3rd quarter. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful. It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion. Well, this will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead. Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too. They'll try and run for the first with Dillon. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd. With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. complete. And they are able to stop it, but he does take it all the way to the 2. So a moment to catch our collective breath. Back now at Lambeau. It's Packer football here as they've got the lead as well to begin the fourth quarter. This offense continues to be a hot knife through butter. 3 drives, 3 scores, and knocking on the door again on drive number 4. Now it's Rodgers. Touchdown, Packers. 4 touchdown passes now for Aaron Rodgers. And the Packers add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game. Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack the defense and take them out of the game. Extra point try now for Crosby. I was just about to say he had missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Back on offense, New York gets set to take over. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big fourth quarter hole. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now it's Wilson. Over the middle, he gets it to Berrios. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that'll make it 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right? And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle him after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way. And he'll complete this one to Berrios. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Wilson. Open man is Uzama. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch. Hoping he can break a tackle or 2. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Wilson's throw complete there to Berrios. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. And that's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive. Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Wilson. This pass out wide to Hall. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. They'll set up the screen for Hall. And brought down, but the juke, the very nice juke, gives him the 1st down yardage there. Again, Wilson. And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands, but could not hang on. They lead big in a
major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's third down. And 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On third down, here's Carter. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. That'll back them up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down. Well, this is intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis. Rasul Douglas picks it, and the Packers are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
They'll begin the drive with a run by Dillon. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. Second down. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
And he'll be out of bounds up past the 10-yard line. We are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. This is Lazard with a catch out left. Just a gain of a couple, but good enough to keep the drive rolling. That time the conversion comes courtesy of the RPO.
And know what it did? It moved the sticks. Nice pickup on third down. Even better decision.
Rodgers looking to throw. And Lazard's got it again. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Rodgers again now. He'll get this to Lazard. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he get a good head of steam going.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A good-looking drive for the Packers so far. It's a first down.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide, and these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. He's got Tunyon complete over the middle. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Rodgers to throw once more. Got Dobbs over the middle. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Rodgers throwing here. swing pass for Dillon. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left. Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave him with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Keep in mind they can still get a first down here as they come up on 2nd and inches. And again, it's Rodgers. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Robert Tonyan, a beast in the red zone with his second touchdown of the game. And the Packers look like they're going to be moving to 6-0 as they extend that lead even further. Well, this has been another impressive display by this undefeated team, Charles, and it looks like they're going to stay that way after this one.
Yeah, one of the league's best offenses. They stayed on brand in this contest because they continue to look good at what they do. Just added a late touchdown. Now they're really hammering home just how good they've been all year long, letting the rest of the league take notice.
Rodgers will throw for it. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pull it out here in the fourth. The Jets have got it. Ooh, the juke. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
2nd down and 7. Here's Wilson to throw. Got a man. It's Berrios complete. And he's going to be taken down about the 33. So it's all over. A Green Bay victory. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for the Packers, they remain as hot as anyone, 6-0 now through the first month and a half. And they will hit the road next week to take on Washington. Meanwhile, for the Jets, the loss here will move them back to 500 at 3-3. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel to Denver to take on the Broncos.